Good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck Kettles. I welcome you back to my channel. And what you're looking at here is a 225 amp main breaker for a Federal Pacific panel. You can see the 225 here. And FPE stands for Federal Pacific Electric. And we're going to be taking this apart today. I'm sure that these are either copper or brass, these lugs. These over here are aluminum, and I think they're all aluminum, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the other part is. And you can see the burn mark here because these have been worked on many times, I'm sure. So anyhow, that's going to be the plan for today. We're going to do a little bit of this and be back. Okay, so I know you're getting tired of seeing breakers, but I got to get them out of here, so I'm going to keep doing them for a little while. Seeing as how it's the same brand of breaker, you know, everything should be real similar in it to what the shunt trip was and the single pull 20s. And here's the these lugs that I'm going to take off first, and that'll come out with an Allen wrench in there. Be back. Okay, so let's get started on this beast. I can't get to anything here until I get these out. It has to come out with an Allen. I like these folding Allens because if you have the wrong size, you can always take them apart and get the other size out. I just dropped that one in there, so get in there. I always get these folded ones up there, easy to use. If I can get that out of there. Yeah. Oh, nope. One more. Don't want to drag this on too long about doing this. Now, there's three, and they appear to be aluminum. Yes, they are. I'll put those on a Okay guys, if you look closely here, I've got the center lug out, and it's aluminum, and this little piece here I thought that was steel is not, so it must be aluminum also. I'll show you what I did to get that out of there. Go up a little higher, and it comes out fairly easy. You've got to find a space under it and just pry on it. And I'm sure when it was new, you didn't have to do this, but it's far from new. So there it goes, that's two. And then you still have the bus bars here that we'll work on later. Uh-oh. I thought that wasn't coming. Thought I found a shortcut there and it didn't work, so. Come on, we're sweetie. See if we can just take it out like this. Yes, we can. Guys, I did pull some silicone out of this right here, and you can see I've got this screwed loose. I actually might have screws in this one. So that is, and that is steel. This is aluminum. So let's go to this guy. Get that silicone out. Remember, I don't know if you saw the video on the shunt trip, and we were trying to do this, and This didn't work. Once you got two of them out, there was another one in there that you couldn't get to. But these are coming right out. That's good. That's good. So that's two. Well, now we got three. So that must be one. And these are not. Those are like a pin. So we should be able to get this one out without too much trouble. Yeah, I see them. So, that being the case, okay, I'll be back looking for more. This is a main circuit breaker for a Federal Pacific panel, and I've tried and tried and tried to get this, find screws and try to get this apart. So I might have to fall back on the anvil to do that, because even the center line here won't break. So all this crap here is out of the silicone out of the inside of this thing. And nothing is coming loose. I need a bigger screwdriver. Maybe. Oh, I see. Those are pins. There's little brass pins here holding this together. Wow. Isn't that special? Look at there, I got a gap. Let's go see if we can get a gap here now. Yes, we can. Why? Really don't want to get my fingers stuck in there. There we go. What is it? Wow. That's going to be a little chore. Take a pair of needle nose and get that out, and we'll be on our way. Be back. I'm working on these brass pins, and I've got these two out, and what it takes is a little punch right on the edge. Oop, didn't come all the way, did it? Let me grab the edge of that. Okay, so that being said, now this is total scrap. This Bakelite. So that's scrap. This is steel. This is aluminum. And this is brass. Okay, something you really got to remember on circuit breakers. is there's brass, there's copper, there's aluminum, and in the bigger commercial breakers like this, there is silver. Now it's industrial silver. I used to know what grade, I can't remember if it's 925 or 0.90 or what it is, but it's silver. So silver is good. Anywhere you go. I just pulled the arc chutes out here. I'm pretty sure these are steel. Yes, they are. Okay, so this is just going to be a case of taking this cardboard covering off of these, and we'll get the steel out of those. That's not a big deal. So we'll get those out, and this might come out. This is kind of an insulator. Trying to protect these silver contacts. Oh wait, that's scrap. More steel. More steel. Now we'll take these apart. I said we would. They've got locking paint on them. And it, wow, that's really steel. Let me get a break or a magnet here. So that's one. So the center one should come out. That's two. And you're the third one, aren't you? You don't come off of that, do you? I might have to go to force here. Just one nut, one crummy nut. I was hoping these would be copper. They're not. I just got this one off over here in the junk, and it's definitely steel. So what I'm thinking here is I can do this because I ground the back off of these, and we should be able to do that. Go over here and do that. And those are out. Okay. So that can go there. Whatever the heck this is. Hoping that was brass. I'm thinking now it is here, but if you look up here, there appears to be a brass screw here. It's not going anywhere. That's steel. So now that is also steel. This sheet is copper. That is brass. So this lug goes there, and that goes there. cut those copper leads off, I guess. Oh, that wasn't tight at all. Maybe that was part of the problem with this breaker. There's the attachment, there's the screw. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. And so I think what we do is get dikes. We can cut that off of there now. Let me get a file and check that for copper. Just took this file. You can see here, you can see the copper. So that's all good. Now it's a case of getting the maximum amount of this out of here. Let's double check that, huh? I would guess it would be copper, and it is. So that's copper, this is copper, those are copper. And if I can get these broke loose, I might be able to get more copper on the end here. I can't get it to move, so. Oh, that's good. That's good. Sure it's steel? Yep. That's steel. We'll break them all loose, huh? Or two of them. Brass. That looks like an axle. Oh, it's steel. Oh, you tricked me. And there's another one, and it's probably steel also. Oh, what is that? A key there? And that should come out, and that's, yep, steel. That I know is steel. Oh, it wants to bite my finger. So let's see if we can pop one of these. I think that would come right out of there. All right, I'll be back. So I used the dikes and I cut the springs on this because there was no other way to get it off of there other than to do that. And this is all steel. I got a huge pile of steel here, springs everywhere. And now this is fairly loose. Fairly. Let's try this. Nope. Yep. Just got an idea. I'll be back. I did a little anvil work here to, right here you can see. And I'm hoping that gives me room to get in here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Is it? There we go. Get this crap out of the way. Yeah. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Yeah. want to break it right there, and I think that'll release the whole thing. Be back. If you're scrapping and you don't have an anvil, buy one. Now I just took this apart. That's steel again, brass. And we're making great headway here. I almost have this loose. This comes out, all the copper comes out and everything along with this. And I think this is all copper. So let's see if I can break it out. I think I broke it right where I wanted to, right on what appears to be a screw. There we go. That's what I wanted. Whoop. Obviously my screw doesn't like what I did. So we'll try to hold it. I'm thinking these are steel, but I don't know until we try them. Yep, steel. The washer is steel. So now, this whole thing is loose here. See, in this way I won't lose anything for the copper. Oh. And these on the bigger breakers are brass, these rods. I'm not sure these are. Well, no magnets, so let's see. I think what I'm going to do is put on a pair of gloves and break this other side right here on this drive. I need something. What is it I need? Got that up, don't I? We got it up farther now. Let me grab Bertha. Hi guys, Bertha is not a girl. It's a giant screwdriver. And it yeah, go Bertha, go. Almost got you. Almost. What's holding that down? Oh, you're holding this. You're holding this right there. I did break that other end out. You can see here's the screw right here. It's just going to be a case of trying to unscrew it. Well, that was not unusual, was it? That goes there. That goes there. Oh man, don't tell me the one in the middle has it too. Is there, oh, there is a middle hole. Okay, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. So, the price of a $55 anvil, and we got all of this out. And this is not just copper here, it's copper with silver contacts here, which I'll cut off. We're going to do that next. But I don't lose any copper doing it this way. Plus in that case. So we'll do that. So now I'm going to lose that little teeny bit right there, aren't I? What I have here, this is copper, these are copper, these are copper, that's copper, and that's all copper, and weighs really good. So now we can do that all the way across here. Let's see, let's go to him next probably. Let's get it tangled up here. Okay, copper. Copper. And that is scrap. This is all copper, this is all copper. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to cut these ears off because they're silver soldered right here where my thumb is. That one is, that one is, and that one is. So if I cut them off right there, we'll get a little bit of brass if this is brass. And then we got to pull these, and these are silver also. So we'll have some silver out of here and a little bit of silver here, and I'll cut that off now. Hopefully there's no big. And that is silver. Let's see, can I do this one? Let me hold it now hot. So that's 3 silver contacts, pretty good size. Right there, right there, and right there. Now this is copper. There's some pliers. Nope. Okay. So for now, we're going to go over the scale. We're going to weigh this conglomeration here for some of the copper and be back. Alright guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, subscribe, ring the bell for future notifications, give a great comment, and come back soon. Thank you so much for watching. Come back again, and stay safe out there.